My dear friends, to begin this new week with energy, clarity, and inspiration, I want to share with you a story. A story about the power of thinking big, about how one quiet decision inside the mind can transform an entire life. This is not a story of luck. This is a story of courage, perspective, and the moment a man dared to believe that his life could be larger than the boundaries he was born into. So sit back, let your heart soften, and allow the warm breeze of this tale to wash over you. In a peaceful Indian village near the river Narmada, life moved slowly, like the soft ripples touching the riverbank. Dusty roads wound between small houses made of clay and brick. The sunsets were golden, beautiful, and quiet. Yet beneath that calm beauty, most people lived trapped inside their circumstances. Among them was Arjun, a 28-year-old bicycle repairman. He had a slim face, gentle eyes, sun-kissed skin from long working days, and always wore his old, earthy-toned kurta, the same one he'd worn for years. Arjun's shop was a little more than a wooden shelter with a tin roof. He spent his days fixing rusty wheels, broken chains, and bent pedals. His income barely covered food for him and his mother. And although the world was changing far beyond their village, inside Arjun's mind, nothing ever changed. He often whispered to himself, "People like me don't do great things. This is just my life." No one questioned the boundaries of the village, and neither did he. One late afternoon, when the sky turned orange and long shadows stretched across the dusty road, Arjun heard a sound unlike anything he'd heard before. Not the squeak of rusty pedals, not the clatter of metal tools, but a smooth, soft, electric hum. A tall, elderly man with a long white beard rode into the village on a shiny electric bicycle. A machine so different, so elegant, that Arjun felt as if the future itself had rolled into his shop. The old man smiled warmly. "Son, could you check the rear wheel? It's making a strange noise." Arjun nodded nervously, gently touching the unfamiliar machine. Husk it, sir. Where did you get a bicycle like this?" The man's eyes sparkled. "These bikes are the future. One day, villages like this will use them every day." Arjun laughed softly. "Future? Sir, I can barely afford tomorrow." The old man looked at him kindly. "My boy, the future doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who think big enough to welcome it." Those words didn't just enter Arjun's ears, they entered his soul. That night, Arjun lay on his bamboo bed, staring at the ceiling. The house was quiet except for the creaking fan turning slowly, but inside his mind, everything was loud. Think big. Me. Can I dream beyond repairing old bicycles? Is it wrong to want something more? For the first time in years, Arjun stayed awake, not because of worry, but because of possibility. It was the first spark of a fire he did not yet understand. The next morning, instead of just repairing bicycles, Arjun began asking every customer a simple question. If you could design the perfect bicycle, what would you change? Some laughed at him. Some thought he was joking, but many answered, and he wrote every word down in a small notebook. What if bicycles were lighter? If they didn't break so easily? What if we could travel farther without getting tired? Arjun's belief in himself was still small, but his curiosity was growing bigger every day. And curiosity, when nur turet, becomes a vision. Weeks later, Arjun did something the whole village called foolish. He spent all his savings and borrowed more to buy two affordable electric bicycles from the nearest town, almost 30 kilometers away. When he rode them into the village, people stared as if he'd brought two creatures from another world. Who will buy such expensive toys? No one here needs them. You wasted your money, Arjun. But Arjun didn't argue. He simply hung a small wooden board outside his shop. The future starts here. His hands trembled as he tied the sign. His heart trembled even more. 4 days passed. No buyers. 7 days passed. Still nothing. But on the 8th day, something small but magical happened. A young delivery boy approached him. "Arjun, can I try one? I deliver spices every day. Maybe this will help me go faster." 30 minutes later he came back, smiling wide. I'll buy it. How much? Arjun sold his first electric bike, and the profit from that one sale was more than his entire month's income. For the first time in his life, Arjun felt something new. I can grow. I can change my life. Word spread quickly across the village. People who once laughed at the electric bicycles now lined up to test them. Arjun didn't just sell them, he let villagers rent them. If it said then, and he even created the first electric delivery service in the region. His small repair shop expanded. He hired 2 helpers. He bought more electric bicycles, and he began learning more about sustainable transport. The same boy who used to whisper, "I'm too small," was now being called Arjun the visionary, Arjun the innovator, Arjun the dreamer. And slowly, he became Arjun the businessman. One evening, when the sky glowed golden, just like the day everything began, the familiar soft hum returned. The elderly man with the white beard rode into the village, the same man who once dropped a seed into Arjun's heart. Arjun rushed forward, eyes shining. "Sir, look, primera, did, Italiano. I built a business. I helped the village move forward. Your words, they changed my life." The old man placed a gentle hand on Arjun's shoulder. "No, my son. I didn't change your life. Your thinking did. You saw a future bigger than your fears, and you walked toward it." Arjun felt his chest tighten with gratitude. As the sun set behind the houses, he watched villagers riding electric bicycles on the dusty road, laughing, moving faster, carrying goods with ease. A year ago, this vision would have felt impossible, but one idea had changed everything. Arjun whispered softly to himself, "When the mind grows bigger, life grows bigger too." And now, my dear friends, as you step into a new week, a new day, a new chapter, remember Arjun's story. Not because he became successful, but because he dared to believe something powerful. My life does not have to stay small just because I was born small. So ask yourself, what dream have you been hiding? What idea have you been afraid to touch? What possibility have you been shrinking to fit your comfort? This week, think bigger, even just a little. Take one small action. Write one bold idea. Say yes to one new opportunity. Because the moment your thoughts expand, your world expands with them. Do not wait for tomorrow. Begin today, even with the smallest step. Thank you for listening to Inner Tales. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss another tale that brings warmth, clarity, and a little more light to your inner journey while helping you grow day by day in your English learning.